any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. Fielded about a yard deep, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. On first down, Swift. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check number 6. Check number 6.
On second and 9, Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Watch 7. Watch 7. Single. Single slot. Single slot. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Shift.
From the gun, here's Goff. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey. 4 down. 2 for 1. Hatchet. Bravo.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
3rd and long. It's Goff. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Ready. 18 Gator. Watch the run.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Shift. Recon, 132 fighter. You got tight.
Now a give. Right side, it's Geis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Allen now on first down. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Gone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Goff. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Ric Flair.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Hey, switch. Point out.
Goff throwing again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. Looking left side, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. 1st down, Falcons.
Here we go.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, guys, I got 15. 15's mine. I'm taking it. Tight left, tight left. Check 9, check 9. Two.
To the air again. Goff. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
76. He's coming. We got double up. Kill. Under 10. Tiger. Check.
Play action. It's Goff. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Niners take over at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
Allen now going to throw again. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, watch the slant.
Now this time, Allen will throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check Mike 50. Pick it up. Hey, here we go.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. This is Josh Lambo. He hit from 57 a year ago. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
82 is mine. I got 82. 82 is mine. All day.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. Open receiver, that's Caden Smith, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. On first down, Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
2nd and 10, Goff again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. The Falcons on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever.
Check 43. Super one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And an alley to run. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 30. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Value three. Single.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time He was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check 26, check 26. Joker, 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 Joker.
Regular.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They go back to Grant. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Swift. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
And the Falcon first down.
120.
Man left, man left. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Check.
Shell.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Goff now looking to throw. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Check three. Chef. Slam. Check
76, tell him. 76.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff escaping the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 24. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
I'm going to come back to you. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Watch the pass.
Now a handoff. Geis going right. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Watch the edge.
Hey, home.
Check 24.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Completes it to Hardman. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
I'm coming after you. Check nickel.
Middle.
Check the backer. Bang.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Allen. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On 2nd and 9, Goff throws right side, and that's complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Goff now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Cut.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
180. Ric Flair.
Miles Jack. 2 yards on the
Any
pickup.
weapon.
It's 2nd and 8.
Turbo second.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And now here is another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And into the end zone. A pick 6 from a 49er D as they score the touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick 6s from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick 6s in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Geis. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Mike check 33. 33.
In your face.
Jam him. Jam him. Jam. Jam.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
At their own 15-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Rashawn Gary in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Returnable here from the 38. Now a hit and a loose football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tight. Check three. Pick the edge. Come. Check 99.
On the ground, it's Geis. And an alley to run. Touchdown, 49ers. Darius Geis, 36 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, you're on an island.
4 down.
Single receiver.
Goff now to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return will stop right around the 25. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
5 wide.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Here's Geis. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Alert. Crash. Crash. Check your hot read. Deuce. 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 Check. Check.
5 wide. 5 wide. 5 wide.
This is Geis. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now it's gone. And he finds a man on the crossing route. First target, first catch at a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Goff. He's got his man on the crossing route. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Goff on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is gone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Point after, right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each sense, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Mike's 54. Rip right.
We go.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They'll run with Geis. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Then with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it. Geis. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Right. He's tight right here.
Hey, Shell.
Hey. We got three. Three down. Watch the ship. Hey.
61, matchbox lights.
On first down, it's gone. Steps away to his left. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards is the first down for the Falcons.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Hey, lift. Super 66.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. 30, past the 20, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? It's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for the... And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Carl Lawson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw is gone. Now a desperation throw deep. And now here is another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off.
good stuff.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. That good for 22 and a first down.
It's a gain of
65.
first and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Come on, D. Check.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. He'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Hey, it's our house. Back. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
R52.
Shift. Watch out.
Now a run with Geis. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final.